All right, starting with your gusts here, we get into your forecast. You're looking at this wind gusts kicking up as we already start this early morning, and we'll continue as we get into the 7 o'clock hour. You're looking at 24-mile-per-hour wind gusts picking up to at least the 30s, picking up into your forecast there. You'll see those winds continue to hustle as we go right into the noon hour, and then begin to slow down and track down as we go into the 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock hours. You can see it kind of dropping down from at least 17 to at least 22 to our east. And eventually, by the time we get into about 4 o'clock, we're done. We'll carry over through the evening commute. The winds will be light, but once we take it over to the overnight hours, 3 o'clock in the morning for tomorrow, we're also looking at wind gusts up to the 20s, at least 25 to 26 miles per hour, carrying over all the way down into the 1 o'clock hour, where those winds are at least getting up to about 24, 25. Then they pick up to the 30s again as we go through the evening, right through on Friday, and then eventually you're going to see that continue on to possibly the midnight hour. High temperatures today, widespread 30s for you, possible 40s as we get into tomorrow though, but you're going to hold on to at least mostly cloudy skies to cloudy conditions through your forecast. Take a look here as we go through the 6 a.m. hour. You're looking at more of the cloudiness up to the north right now, down to the south where at least partly to mostly cloudy skies. We'll even see more flurries trying to come back in the 8 o'clock hour all the way down to Eau Claire again and try to get that down to La Crosse, but maybe it's more like a slight chance of that occurring. Up to the north, though, you have more of a chance of that looking pretty good for you. As we go into it, though, we'll finish out with the cloudy skies throughout the day. Kids are getting picked up from school at 3 o'clock. And, of course, you'll also be looking at the possibility of the tracker here showing you 6 o'clock tonight going into it. You're seeing more of those clouds still starting to open up a little bit with snowfall coming back again as we go in the 8 o'clock hour, extending all the way to Ladysmith and Eau Claire. So along I-94 and north to south of that, we'll hold on to the possibility of that getting down to I-90 by the time we get into the 11 o'clock hour, carrying over to the overnight hours. By the time we get in the midnight hour, La Crosse is still in that and in and out of the snow for Eau Claire, but you're seeing areas by Red Wing and Winona, and they're holding on to that all the way down to the south as you get into Boscobel. All right, so Friday, here we go with the high temperatures. You're looking at some 30s, upper 30s to around the low 40s through the forecast. You can see the demarcation there of who's getting what with the 30s and the 40s. We'll also see as we go through it today and then tomorrow, you've got a low pressure system coming back again and dragging. That warmer air also associated with that as well, kind of moving into the area. That's why we're staying so warm and getting into the 40s with the possibility of that. Here comes the warm air, or the warmer air associated with it following that, and eventually that's going to carry over and drop down into Saturday with cold air advection coming in the Saturday morning, and that's going to drop in temperatures coming in out of Canada. We'll also be looking at the snow tracker, as you can see, maybe about an inch or less, but most of that is not in our area as we finish out for the day. Going into tonight, you're going to see that also to be pretty weak to finish out the forecast. All right, so as we finish out, we're looking at the next few days here, carrying over to the next 8 days, 30s, 40s, and then the temperatures just plummet as we go through Saturday and drop down to 0 or less as we go through Sunday. So it's a weather alert day, Saturday night going into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Back to you, Alexandra.
In your Morning Buzz report, Drake is suing his record label for alleged defamation. The suit involves the publishing and promotion of his rival, Kendrick Lamar's hit Not Like Us. The complaint accuses UMG of launching a campaign to make, quote, a viral hit out of a rap track that falsely accuses Drake of being a pedophile and calls for violent retribution against him. Drake and Lamar are represented by separate divisions of UMG. A spokesperson denied the claim in the lawsuit and said it does not engage in defamation. And superstar singer Bad Bunny has announced his first residency in his native hometown of Puerto Rico. The 21-date event kicks off in July with the first 9 shows reserved exclusively for residents of the island nation. The concert will be held at the iconic Coliseo de Puerto Rico. The Grammy-winning artist says he'll reveal dates for other shows in other countries later this year.
When people look at me, the first thing they see is what's missing. If I win, having one leg won't be the most important thing about me.
Jharrel Jerome plays real-life wrestler Anthony Robles in Unstoppable. That film hitting Prime Video today.
No sane man would want the papacy. The men who are dangerous are the ones who do want it.
Conclave leading the nominations for this year's BAFTA Film Awards. The Vatican thriller has earned 12 nominations, just ahead of Emilia Perez, which received 11 nods. I don't think I've seen a single movie on the list making the award season this year.